Hiya! Okay, so I thought today I'd do something perhaps a little bit different and introduce a subject to talk about. So today I want to talk about something I use in terms of makeup. Okay, so some of the makeup products I use. I've had a few questions about what makeup products I use. Just to be clear, firstly, the room that I do my makeup in, it's pretty small. The lighting's bad, it faces east, so it really doesn't get any good natural light. So typically I find that it's easier for me to do a nighttime tile style makeup, because it being darker means that whatever you do tends to be more bold and you tend to put more on so you can see it. If I'm trying to go out in the day, I can't do makeup in this room, it's just not good enough. I don't have the lights, I just don't have the setup to be able to do it. It's half my office, half a workspace, it's full of tools. It's not a great room in which to try and get stuff done. And it's also full of all my makeup stuff. So, things that I use. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a few of the products that I use, just to give you a bit of an idea of how I go about doing my makeup. So, let's talk about the basics. Skin preparation and foundation. You may not be able to tell, but the makeup I'm wearing now is kind of foundation that I would use if I was going out at night. It's quite strong, it's quite bold. If I were to go out in the day, I would look a bit orange. I'd look a bit over the top. For camera, it works fine. So, you know, this is good for daytime on camera, but I really wouldn't go out down the shops looking like this because you'd be, you know, really in your face. So, here are the products I use here. So, for skin preparation today, I've used this one, which is the Kryolan Pro Shield. It's basically a barrier foam. It's supposed to do two things. Number one, it's supposed to basically give you a moisturization before you start doing anything. It's applied as a foam, so it comes out of here as a foam. This product I was recommended when I went for a makeover a couple of years ago, and I still use it. It's fine. It's also supposed to help with removing makeup. It's supposed to create a barrier that then helps lift the makeup on your skin a lot easier. Now, I don't find that that's necessarily the case, but then again I use a different makeup routine these days, so particularly for makeup removal, so I couldn't say whether this is really good or not. Now, the other two products I'm using today, I'm using the TV paint stick. Okay, so this is again by Kryolan, so I've gone with the Kryolan base today, just to give you an idea of what it looks like overall. So this is achieved, this level of foundation, etc., with just the shield and two paint sticks. The first paint stick, the colour I use is 5W. Don't know if you'll be able to see this particularly well. But 5W is this sort of shade. Looks like so. And all I do with that is I basically apply that literally all over my face. So I apply it across the top of my brow, get nice and close to the eyebrow, down the side of my face, around the jawline, across the cheeks, over the top lip, down the bridge of the nose. Okay? And then I use a sponge, just a sort of triangle sponge, to spread that out. I then use the dark colour. This is a 7W, and this is for your highlighting, basically for your contouring. So I use the highlight colour across the top of the forehead, down the cheeks, basically underneath where I'm going to put the blush, down the cheeks, along the jawline, and on the sides of the nose. And then I use the same sponge, it's the other side, to blend that in and try and create a seamless line between the other colour. Once you've done that, because it's quite strong colours, especially for nighttime, what you basically got is you've got your contouring all done in one. I do top it up, I top up my contouring, and I always use a specific bronzer for my contour. This is a MAC matte bronzing powder, which I use, and again I use that on the jawline, under the cheeks, top of the forehead, and on the nose. Okay, sides of the nose, to try and create a basic shape to my face. Basically try and give yourself cheekbones and build up from there. To complete the face, A couple of things to do. I won't go into eyes at this point, but the other things that I use as products, I have this makeup set. Now, a piece of advice I would give someone if you're just starting out is, I had no idea what colours really worked for me. Okay, so I tried things, I experimented. This kind of set by Jazooli, you can pick up on Amazon for under a tenner, I think. Pretty sure it's under a tenner. And what's great about it is it has all these different shades. Now these shades are great when you're starting out because you've got so many choices. You can see I've not run out of any of them. You've got so many choices for trying different techniques, trying different things, blending different things together. They're not the best at going on, so don't expect them to be outstanding, but they are pretty good in adhering, so they're not too bad whatsoever. Various greys, golds, silvers, etc. as well in there. And then you have these for your blush. Now they're pink, okay, really quite pink. Now today I have a routine. I can't remember whether this really works or not, but it's just what I do. I use this pink here as an under blush, and then, which gives yourself a nice, a really glowy pink tone, which is too strong. And then I use this MAC blush, which is called Margin, over the top. We've basically got our foundation on, we've got highlights and contours, we've used the bronzing powder to go over those, okay, and we've done those in a sort of J shape on the cheek. We've then put blush top of the cheek. I use 2 of them, you know, experiment, see what works for you. Then, once you've got everything done, the last thing I do is I use this stuff. This is great for camera work, and you can really see this on my cheeks right now. This is called, it's a Mineralize SkinFinish by MAC. Now, I've dropped this several times, I've busted the hell out of it, which hurts me every time I open it up. Because I open it up and it's just smashed to hell, and it pains me. But it's soft and gentle. Mineralize SkinFinish. Now this can have a grey texture if you put too much on. It can be grey if you put too much on. So little dab, and I use that to brush into the cheeks. I also do some down the bridge of my nose and a pop on my chin. And what you can see is created there is that's what gives the shine to my face. My face, I can't get away with, you know, sort of glowing type foundations. I'm not going to be able to do that kind of stuff. But I use this instead, and it does create, as you can see, I think, a noticeable shine, which is great on top of the blush. It's something I really like. Anyway, that's what I do with my basic skincare routine. That's using these products here, the Kryolan, for a nighttime look. Another time I will do another video where I talk about the other one I use, which is more for a daytime look, and I'll give you some updates on how that works as well. Okay, hope you have a great day. If there's any questions, if anyone wants to know anything about what I do, talk about a specific product, send me a comment. You can get hold of me through other means as well. But yeah, by all means, just shout out to me if you want to understand anything, or if there's anything you wanted to find out about. Always happy to share information. Took me a while to get to where I am today in terms of learning all of this, so I picked up a lot of tips from people on the way. A lot of people have been very helpful in providing information. So yeah, I'd be really happy to help anyone who's got any questions. Okay, have yourself a lovely day. You take care, and bye! 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 Ow!